Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the DMV Weave Doctor, located in Bowie, Maryland, honey. And today we're going to be going over our tissue mineral analysis. We're going to be educating our clients a little bit how important it is to get your mineral analysis done and how these are key indicators on your current state of health. And also, if you're dealing with a lot of heavy metal toxicity. Now, this is the second time I did this video. The first time I was, child, I did a Steve Harvey moment. I didn't even realize that the thing was not even recording. Okay. So now we are starting over again. I hope I don't miss none of the key points that I had. But originally, I'm just telling you, I was telling you guys, well, I thought I was telling you guys that when I first, the hair mineral analysis, we pay attention to certain minerals. The first four minerals that are extremely important, those are called the macro minerals. So that's our calcium, our magnesium, our sodium, potassium. And these levels are key to help you. So for example, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, you're dealing with blood sugar issues, you're dealing with adrenal and thyroid issues, these all, we have ratios that we study that are key indicators of where you align. So this is excellent because sometimes the blood tests, they are not able to pick up all these different things, especially these different, these small different little changes that the body, that happens within the body with hair mineral analysis over those last 2 to 4 months. So this is just an excellent indicator of screening to see what's going on with you at that current time, especially you know that you're dealing with some type of degenerative disease or some type of symptom that's ailing you. For example, a lot of my people that come to the hair loss clinic in Bowie, Maryland, they realize, and I forgot, I have to do my own personal commercial. We are located in Bowie, Maryland. Weave Dr. Apothecary. Also, we do hair replacement under Main Attractions and Pure Virgin Maine where we sell the wigs. Okay, so make sure you check that out. Anyways, back to the topic. A lot of people that come to me, they deal with a lot of inflammation, and one of the key indicators on our mineral analysis that somebody is dealing with inflammation is that they have a very high sodium level. Anytime the sodium level is generally, I believe, over 30, 34, then that's an indicator that they're dealing with high sodium, which means that they're having water retention. That's why a lot of people are dealing with edema and other different type of issues. Also, another indicator of and a symptom is that sometimes people are irritable. They have a lot of nervousness, and also with sodium, they could be dealing, if they have high sodium, then generally they're dealing with some form of high blood pressure. So most people, if you're dealing, if you have high blood pressure, then you already know that you got a high sodium and that you probably are dealing with inflammation in your body and it is showing up some type of way. I've seen a lot of people, they have begun to gain a lot of weight since this pandemic because a lot of us probably eating a lot of salty foods, eating a lot of foods that we know that we don't have no business eating. And a lot of times I find that sometimes, now this is not always true. I know, for example, with the fast oxidizer, normally the sodium and potassium is high, but and sometimes if the person that is dealing in and now I'm jumping back from Chabi, jumping back and forth. And the thing with the sodium also, that's able to tell you the current level. Hold on one second, make sure the weave doctor got her stuff together while I'm sitting here running my mouth. Okay, pretty much the sodium helps you to tell you the aldosterone, different hormone that's in the body. My bad, I had a blank moment. That's what happens when you're doing too much at one time. So pretty much, if you're seeing a lot of that, then that means your adrenals are in overdrive. So especially if you have that high indication that you have a high sodium, that means your adrenals, girl, your adrenals is just your adrenals are off the chart. You need to bring it down, honey. Okay. And a lot of times the adrenal activity, that's dealing with us, just working our bodies too hard. We need to go to sleep, rest more, and stop putting out so much output on the body. Also with the potassium levels. Now last time, and that was funny, I don't know if I discussed it because I've done this video 2 times because I told you I didn't record, so I forgot some stuff. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. But anyways, when I first got my mineral test done, I had a low sodium and I also had frequent urination. And so that had to do with my adrenals. They were not operating. Actually, it was pretty. I think it was. Well, no, it was at a. I think it was at a decent rate. So I guess they were operating at a moderate level. However, with the test after, and I tell you, I was. This was one part of one of the most stressful parts of the year. With our salon and clinic, we have a lot of different new clients coming in. Have a lot of orders to come in. Also trying to cook food and prepare a lot of different meals. And all of these things can have a effect on your body. And it's funny how with mineral analysis, we are able to detect in a lot of cases if people are dealing with the stress, some type of acute stress. And that's what we call it, acute stress, when you're having situations where now you are, under just a random amount of stress, and it will be proven in your mineral analysis. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be going over, okay, so with my potassium level. Oh, okay. So my previous test, it was 131, and that was very high. And that pretty much shows that I had a lot of another indicator that of stress. I had a lot of cortisol being released. Well, at least it's good because I have cortisol. Some people, they're not able to, I guess, produce it. I guess that's why some people have to take these different type of shots and things like that. And many people that are dealing with inflammatory issues within the body, especially that have alopecia, I find a lot of times their potassium, because this potassium is associated with the glucocorticoid hormones, and one of them is cortisol. So a lot of these people, they they don't have a big output of this, so they probably will. I find in many cases may have a lower potassium rate. And so we have different minerals and different vitamins that we instruct our clients to take, and also different meal plans. They're very simple. We're not asking you to stop eating all meat and all this stuff. But, there's certain things, for example, for the slow oxidizers, which is pretty much 80% of the population, we suggest that they eat more protein, and they can handle a little bit carbohydrates better than now we said a little bit. We're not saying that you need to be eating you some a big old brown rice, a big old 50% of your meal consists of noodles, and we do not, we really don't even advocate people to eat a lot of grains. So so with the slow oxidizers, but one thing with the slow oxidizer, you need to realize you do not need to be eating a lot of fats with your foods. That is for the fast oxidizers, such as myself. I am a fast oxidizer. I'm one of the lucky few in America, well, all over the world. But pretty much we metabolize things faster, and we have to deal with making sure that we keep our body balanced and not going too fast, just to slow things down. Okay, and also on my test, which is great, a wonderful indicator that my body, even though my sodium potassium was up, and sometimes when your sodium can go up when you're eliminating heavy metals, and I did have a reduction in heavy metals this time go around, and I'm hoping for my next mineral analysis program that I have reduced even more heavy metal toxicity within the body. Also, so my calcium did go down. It went down almost half. And a lot of times when the calcium, that's another indicator of stress. A lot of people who are under a lot of stress, sometimes calcium is very high, or they may be dealing with some type of hidden trauma. So initially when I started, mine was high and it was above average, but now mine is at an average rate. So that is excellent. Also, with this mineral analysis, I was able to see how I have progressed with the sugar ratio. We have a sugar ratio that can help us determine how that individual is handling sugar, whether they are diabetic or hypoglycemic. And a lot of these trends are funny because it's actually able to help prove and give you pretty much an early a view of what your body could be going through on a cellular level, what a lot of times some of the blood tests are not able to pick up. So this is wonderful. So mine came back. The first time that I did mine, it said that, I had a sensitivity with my calcium magnesium ratios were off, and it showed that I was dealing with some type of blood sugar issues. However, this go around, which was excellent, my calcium magnesium ratios have gotten better. And so that means that my carbohydrates, my processing of carbohydrates have gotten a lot better, and so has my energy level. All those things are correlated, and believe it or not, they are controlled by your adrenals. It's just and that's why with the glucocorticoid, a lot of times people, if they have a lot of high, like we were talking about, different potassium, different things like that, a lot of these things are indicators that there may be person could be dealing with some type of sugar problems, or either high blood pressure, because a lot of the fats and aminos and amino acids, they turn into sugar, especially for these individuals who have sugar sensitivity brought on by stress or other in this situation of stress. There's a lot of different reasons how diabetes and sugar handling can have an effect on the body. Okay, so this time around, my copper shut up a little bit, and that's good, because that a lot of us, especially people that live in America, and especially slow oxidizers, and those who probably are dealing with hair loss, extreme forms of hair loss, many of those individuals have a high copper. And copper is a dangerous toxic level. And this is another great thing to find out, especially if you got a lot of problems, honey, and the doctor, you want to find a different alternative route. You feel like you keep taking all these medications. However, you're not able to see scientifically where your body is at that current state. So that's great. It went up a little bit, ever so slightly. It's still within a normal range. However, that means I may have some stored copper. And that's fine. And I don't mind getting my copper out. Okay. All right. And also, I was also able to see there's a lot of things that's on this chart. But another thing, my chromium level had went up, and that's a very important mineral, and it's essential for people who have sugar handling problems. Some people, they can actually take chromium. We have we're linked up to a lab, and they're able to give you the appropriate portions of the chromium. And that helps with you managing and being able to process sugar better. So everything has just been doing great on this mineral balancing program. I know, especially for myself, and I can't wait to detox from even more heavy metals and to just get a more balanced body. Now, one thing though, I did have, I was one of those who have a lower vitality rate. And that means that person could be prone to degenerative diseases and a lot of different catabolic, different type of things that are going on in the body, where the body pretty much is breaking down. And that's why we suggest, there's a lot of people that are in that, especially fast oxidizers who are dealing with that. We advise them to get this protein powder. A lot of the protein that we're eating is not being properly broken down, or many of it is being turned into sugars and also bacteria in the body. This is called Perfect Amino, and I've been taking this probably for the last month or month and a half, and I can tell a difference. I've actually been able to see a couple more muscles in my in my body. So so this has just been going well. And also on my initial test, I saw that I had extremely high aluminum. And girl, and I believe a lot of times if a person is having a high amount of a heavy metal on both readings, it means that they are dealing with a exposure on a daily exposure to that actual toxic metal. So anytime you look at that, you need to just look at your chart. We do have some different little special, different little handouts to help you eat, to help to avoid some of these heavy metals on a daily basis, and also to help you avoid some things that could be contributed to your toxic load. So this go around, that's why I did the video on the hair glues and things like that, because I'm pretty sure that was what was making my levels go up high. Cause that's one of the main different chemicals. Because I am actually probably, child, I don't know nobody who more natural and holistical than me. I use natural. I barely even wear makeup as much. Everything I do, I cook with natural products. All my products that I make, I use on myself. I pretty much don't use any toxic metals that I'm putting on my face or anything like that on a day-to-day basis. So I knew that it had to boil down to probably my water and some of my work-related, toxicity, just being around these different chemicals on a day-to-day basis. So we hope that informed you, gave you a little bit of knowledge about mineral balancing, and we're going to keep doing these so people can see how well these different hair analysis and different programs for the mineral balancing program can help you. We thank you so much for your time. Please feel to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, please feel free to inbox us, leave them, give us some comments, or have any more ideas for different videos that you want us to do in the future. We can be reached at purevirginmaine.com. We thank you so much for your time, and we hope that you have a wonderful and a prosperous afternoon. Thank you. Bye.